Number 5. St. Helena. Condé Nast Traveler calls St. Helena a tiny speck in the Atlantic Ocean, and that couldn't really be more true. The 47 square mile island is home to about 4,200 residents and is located around 1,200 miles from the southwest coast of Africa and 1,800 miles from the coast of South America. That makes it pretty remote. In 2016, an airport was finally built on the island, but now some experts say it might not be allowed to operate because of the dangerous gusts of wind around it. Since St. Helena belongs to the UK, its Department of International Development forked over the money to have it built in hopes of boosting tourism in Britain's most remote overseas territory. But now, that looks like it's a wash. How much did it cost? £250 million. That's over $308 million US. You could bet the inhabitants aren't complaining about the extra hustle and bustle. They'll be very happy to keep their gorgeous volcanic island all to themselves. By the way, St. Helena is so remote, it was the chosen place for Napoleon Bonaparte's exile, and that's where he drew his final breath. Number 4. Palmerston Island. Palmerston Island is in the South Pacific and has only been inhabited for 150 years. That's when Englishman William Marsters settled there. Today, there are only 62 residents on the island, and they are all, except for 3, direct descendants of Marsters and his 3 Polynesian wives, who were cousins, by the way. Palmerston is part of the more well-known Cook Islands. It's made up of sandy islets that connect by a circular coral reef. Because of that reef, seaplanes can't land safely, and since the ocean outside the reef would be too rough for seaplanes, the only way to get there is by boat. Although some yachts and tourist ships do visit the island, some visitors might try to get a ride on the cargo ship that brings supplies to the island twice a year. Number 3. Tristan da Cunha. Considered the world's most remote inhabited archipelago, Tristan da Cunha is 1,243 miles from St. Helena, our number 5 on this list, and it's Tristan da Cunha's closest inhabited neighbor. The archipelago is also 1,491 miles from South Africa, which is a 6-day boat journey away, and over 2,000 miles from South America. Tristan da Cunha is only 7 miles long and 37.8 square miles in area, and its settlement, as the locals are known, is only about 300 people. Nevertheless, Tristan da Cunha is said to have a very rich history and local wildlife that is really unique. Number 2. Easter Island. Easter Island just might be the most famous of the destinations on our list because of the 887 ancient statues that the island's Aboriginal inhabitants created. Chile is the closest continental land to Easter Island, and that's 2,182 miles away. In 1995, UNESCO declared it a World Heritage Site, and most of the island is therefore protected within Rapa Nui National Park. In 2012, during the Chilean census, it was estimated that about 5,800 residents still lived on the island, and 60% of them are considered direct descendants of the Aboriginal Rapa Nui. At 63.2 square miles, it's hard to believe that at some point, the island had a population of over 15,000 people, when at its lowest, in 1877, it was down to 111. Easter Island is no doubt the most touristy of our remote islands today. Number 1. Pitcairn Island. We close out our list with Pitcairn Island, which is actually Eastern Island's closest inhabited neighbor, but its nearest mainland is New Zealand, which is 3,390 miles away. The nearest airport? That's 330 miles away to the west on Gambier Islands. Not that the 49 residents of Pitcairn Island are known to be world travelers, but this is pretty much as remote as you can get. With less than 30 square miles in area, Pitcairn is part of Oceania, uses the New Zealand dollar and English as its official language. So if you want to move there, you can check out its immigration website. Yeah, they really do have one, if you don't mind the isolation, of course.